Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new season of Frontier Wrestling Action. I'm your new host Tony Giles, always set to be the biggest year of FWA TV to date. Now I can't wait any longer and I know you can't wait any longer, so without further ado, let's get things underway with FWA TV Season 2. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, the two biggest news stories coming out of FWA British Uprising 3. We have crowned a new FWA British Heavyweight Champion in the form of the show stealer Alex Shane, who beat Doug Williams at the Coventry Skydome. It was on the very same night that the near 7-foot German Ulf Hermann made his return after nearly a year-long absence to face off with his arch nemesis Alex Shane.
Too soon.
No!
Oh, here we go!
One night stand! One! Don't let it be so.
Two!
Don't let it be so, please! No! No!
Yes!
No!
To truly understand the ramifications of Ulf Hermann's return to the FWA, we must go back to 2003 to the York Hall Bethnal Green to British Uprising 2. It was going to be Ulf Hermann and Alex Shane taking on the family for one last time. The stipulations of this match were this: if Alex Shane and Ulf Hermann could not beat the family, they had to leave the FWA. Not split up, they had to leave the company. However, if Alex Shane and Ulf Hermann managed to win the match, Greg Lambert, the manager of the family, the main man, would be left inside the ring to take a chair shot from Ulf Hermann.
Shane are taping the truth to the ropes. He can't go anywhere, Nick. Get prepared for the chair shot from him.
Oh, where's the family? The family ought to be here to protect their manager, Greg the Truth Lambert. This is a nightmare. This man Mercy is a mere mortal like yourself.
Here we go.
No!
Here we go.
No! No! Yes! Yes!
No!
Yes!
Alex Shane has just hit off German with a chair.
Oh, what's going on?
No, Nick!
Alex Shane! Alex Shane, I love you, you beautiful, beautiful man. He just took the chair and destroyed Ulf. He's destroyed him. Get him, Alex! Get him!
It was a shocking turn of events. Alex Shane made his way down to ringside, picked up a steel chair and turned on his tag team partner Ulf Hermann, breaking his arm in the process. Alex Shane then used the next 12 months in his power as the managing director of the FWA to keep Ulf Hermann away. While all this was happening, Alex Shane set his eyes on a new goal, the FWA British Heavyweight title, and the man that held that belt, the anarchist Doug Williams. In the run-up to British Uprising 3, it was going to be the show stealer Alex Shane taking on the FWA champion, the anarchist Doug Williams. Now, Alex Shane took it on himself to get some mainstream publicity for this. However, he did it at the expense of British boxing's own Danny Williams.
Jesus, we just have to go along with it. And I thought last night, unlike all you people right here, I'm not a beggar. I get what I want, when I want, from who I want. And I don't want mainstream publicity from you, Danny Williams. You didn't want to do this my way, you didn't want to add something out, so I'm going to tell you like it is. Now we've got you, yeah, the top of us get a shot of this. Hey, how good is this going to make me look? Danny Williams walks away from a professional wrestler. Hey, Jason, you're walking away from me. Walk away. Hey, Danny, I've got one last thing, right?
Now, although Alex Shane did indeed get the publicity he sought, his controversial action cost him his job. He was fired as the managing director of the FWA. With Alex Shane's power diminished as he was no longer the managing director of the FWA, the floodgates were left open, and the match that Alex Shane said would never, ever take place in an FWA ring was signed 6 weeks to happen before British Uprising 3. It was going to be the Show Stealer versus none other than the king of old school, Steve Corino.
He's going for the one-night stand. If he hits it, it's over. Alex Shane has hit the one-night stand. 1, 2, and it's over. Yes, Corino will not give up. Corino will not give in. Alex Shane's tapping. Alex Shane is tapping. With no referee, this is now allowing one of the members of his security detail to come out. And Corino throws him out. There's Sticks. He gets a punch from Corino. We see Sticks to see the security detail going for Alex Shane. But Corino once again in with a buffalo hole. And there's Ross Jordan. Ross Jordan on the outside. And Jack Xavier as well. Jack Xavier and Ross Jordan taking care of Alex Shane's security detail. That's the human breeze block, Martin Stone, to help Alex Shane. For the referee Richard Young tied up with them. And here comes Aviv Mayan. Aviv Mayan is here to take care of Martin Stone on the outside. The Red Dragon has come out to cut off Stone. We've seen Steve Corino come to the aid of Aviv Mayan before. Steve Corino will not be done. But here's the All England champion. Super kick takes out Steve Corino. Don't let it be so. Do not let it end this way. The South Here comes Flash Barker. It's the FWA commissioner. Objectional. Go Flash. Go Flash. Take him out. Get rid of Hayden Benson. Get rid of Benson. And here comes Doug Williams. It's the FWA British Heavyweight champion. He's got the belt here. He's taking him down. Alex Shane with a belt shot. Corino is fired up now. Williams is out. It's about to be settled. Corino sets himself up off the ropes. Lariat! Edge of justice, Tony! Referee! No 1, 2, 3!
It was at the end of the contest, not only did Steve Corino feel that he got his retribution, but it seemed as though anyone else with an issue against the show stealer Alex Shane got theirs as well. Now, with all this said and done, Alex Shane could clearly set his sights on the FWA British Heavyweight title and the man holding it, the anarchist Doug Williams.
The anarchist Williams and Alex Shane are having problems. Alex Shane has sent out his men to soften up Doug Williams, and now Alex Shane is going to finish the job. Alex Shane, one-night stand, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes! Alex Shane with the assisted one-night stand there takes Doug Williams up and spits in the face of Doug Williams. He's sending a message to Doug Williams. He's also sending a message to Steve Corino. Oh my God! No! Nick, bloody hell! That was gross! Nick, Doug Williams' face, and you could see the blood spraying from Doug Williams' body. The blood is on the belt.
This is Doug Williams' blood. This is the British Heavyweight title, and this is mine for now.
Now, with no one seeming to bear a grudge against the show stealer Alex Shane, it would appear that Alex could concentrate on becoming the FWA British Heavyweight Champion the second time. But it wasn't until the closing moments of the match of British Uprising 3, the anarchist Doug Williams versus the show stealer Alex Shane, that Alex and the world forgot about one very, very important factor.
Doug Williams wisely going to the ropes, using those to pull himself up. Alex Shane charging in, but Doug Williams manages to get his forearm or his elbow up. Doug Williams perched up on the top rope, but Alex Shane moved out of the way. Doug Williams goes in with a waistlock and sent crashing into referee Mike White, as Alex Shane was going to feel the effects of the Chaos Theory.
Well, absolutely. I mean, Doug Williams went for both the Revolution DDT and the Chaos Theory. Unsuccessful both times. And look at that. From the full Nelson into the neck breaker. And Alex Shane is signaling. Good, Alex. That's it. Knock the ref out. Now bring the artillery in.
Alex Shane hit the greetings from Finsbury Park, and here comes the security detail. Why he has needed them in this match is beyond me. The referee is down, and out come Alex Shane's hired goons to take out Doug Williams.
Sticks, the human breeze block, Martin Stone and Leroy Kincaid are now making a number all over Doug Williams. And now Alex
All
Shane
four men, Nick. It takes all four of them to beat the Nick, that music, it's all Harmon, it's all Kevin Harmon. Back in the FWA, nobody's perfect, but he is pretty effing close. We haven't seen him since Alex Shane broke his arm, but he's back now. He's back here. We haven't seen him for around a year. Alex Shane has got his eyes firmly on Herman, and Herman is walking to the ring with a purpose, Nick. He will not let the FWA British Heavyweight title match end this way.
Okay, Mike White, now's a good time to wake up. Mike White, wake up! No! Ulf is on the attack!
Ulf Herman bringing to the ring a dustbin full of goodies. Or just a dustbin, actually, but no! Alex Shane moving out of the way. Ulf Herman inadvertently hit Doug Williams with that trash can as Alex Shane now is running for his life, basically.
Why
Alex
is Ulf Herman here? Why is he after Alex Shane?
Alex Shane making his way back to ringside, but the FWA security, they are now stopping Herman. Why now? Why are they stopping Ulf Herman? Alex Shane's back in the ring. Don't let it be so. Don't let it be so. One night stand to Doug Williams.
Oh, Doug Williams just got laid
One,
there.
no,
Two.
two.
Oh,
Yes!
come on! Spoke too soon.
No!
boy.
A
Oh,
second.
here we go.
One night stand. One. Don't let it be so.
Two.
Don't let it be
Tighten
so,
up, Alex.
please. No,
Tighten
no,
up.
no!
Yes!
No!
Oh, in your face, Tony Giles! In your freaking face! And look at the face of pure evil, because it's just claimed the FWA Heavyweight Champion.
Now, coming out of British Uprising 3, three things were for sure. Alex Shane was the new British Heavyweight Champion. Doug Williams felt that he never lost the belt in the first place. And Ulf Herman, he was just out for revenge. Now on tonight's episode of FWA TV, it's going to be Tag Team War, when two members of Alex Shane's security detail, Styx and Joey Legend, take on the combustible elements of Ulf Herman and the anarchist Doug Williams. Now, can these two men coexist in the same ring at the same time? Stay tuned to FWA TV to find out. Now, another issue that's burning in the FWA is, of course, the FWA Tag Team Champions. I am, of course, talking about Hampton Court, the Duke of Danger, and his loyal butler Simmons. Now, Hampton Court spent most of 2004 winning their matches, but also winning the hearts of the FWA fans. And it was back at Vendetta 2004, after an intense war with the family, that Hampton Court got their very first taste of FWA Championship gold. Saying goes, there's no rest for the weary, and as the Duke and Simmons had just won those titles, there was already someone hot on their heels. I am, of course, talking about former FWA Tag Team Champion, the Shining Light, Stevie Knight.
Half Tony! No! Stevie Knight came out because he's got a grudge against Simmons because he can't beat him fair and simple.
Now, after numerous attempts, Stevie Knight could not find a tag team partner that could get the job done. But then along comes specialist Mark Sloan, who some would say would be Stevie Knight's own Shining Light.
Even more. As Mark Sloan here. Oh, look at that modified version of the Air Raid Crush, and Knight will make the cover. And that is enough.
After the Bucks and Buttercup managed to distract the Shining Light Stevie Knight, leading him away from the ringside area, it left Mark Sloan alone in the ring with the Butler and the Duke.
It would appear, Nick, that
She's trying to tempt him with her feminine wiles, Tony.
Buttercup.
It's not very Christian now, is it? Tony.
Evans is in the ring with Moxlow. Butler Buster in the center of the ring. 2 and a 3. It's all over.
After a grueling 2004, it was just mere days after British Uprising 3 that Simmons was admitted to hospital, apparently suffering from a relapse of cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis is a disease that Andy Simmons has suffered since a small child, but he didn't want to tell anyone inside the FWA. It was unbeknownst even to his own tag team partner, the Judy Danger. Now, even though cystic fibrosis is a very serious illness, we know that Andy Simmons is on the road to recovery and has asked FWA's Commissioner Flash Barker just one thing. He's asked that he be taken off the active roster just for the next few weeks so he can get better. I personally, and everyone here at the FWA and all the fans would like to say, get well soon, Andy.
The FWA returns with New Frontiers, filmed for the Wrestling Channel at the Bucksmore Civic Hall on February 26, 2005, featuring Alex Shane, Johnny Storm and James Ty, plus the return of the Zebra Kid who faces US Strong Style sensation Chris Hero. Tickets available from FrontierWrestling.com and include a free video and purchased online, gold and silver ringside only. Or call the Bucksmore Civic Hall box office on 01992 441 946. That's 01992 441 946. Be a part of Frontier Wrestling live.
And now, folks, a match I personally cannot wait to see. It's Alex Shane's security detail, the team of Styx and Joey Legend, going up against the former FWA British Heavyweight Champion, the anarchist Doug Williams, and the man that Williams believes cost him the title in the first place. I am, of course, talking about the near 7-foot swearing German, Ulf Hermann. This is going to be explosive. Let's go down to ringside.
Welcome back to FWA Television. This is Season 2. My name is Nick London. There is no more Tony Giles, and I am now being joined by Dan Reed.
As we're now waiting on the arrival, and there he is, the anarchist Doug Williams, who up until British Uprising 3 was the FWA champion, and this is where the problems between Doug and Ulf come in. Ulf Hermann made his return after a year's absence at British Uprising 3 to attack Alex Shane. Unfortunately, the attack backfired and he ended up nailing Doug Williams with a rubbish bin. Now,
Fantastic viewing. Awesome viewing.
ridiculous. That was an accident now. Doug Williams' eyes, though, that's what led to him losing the FWA British title. Listen to this crowd. Massively behind Ulf Hermann.
Please don't come out. I am begging you.
Here he comes.
Has no business in an FWA ring.
Oh, this guy is amazing. You cannot get over on television the sheer size of this guy. It's actually true for all 4 men in the ring, but this guy, he's a giant.
Because of his back, so many people, whether they've been referees, wrestlers, or even photographers, have had to retire because he loves swinging steel chairs and knocking people out, and it makes me sick. And you saw most of the damage when he had his big war with the family alongside Alex Shane, because most of the members left the FWA due to post-concussion syndrome, courtesy of the German.
You can see Joey Legend's got the mic now.
No. Now let me get this straight. You got awful Herman.
Joey Legend trying to be funny.
He is funny.
Isn't this the guy who at British Uprising screwed you over for the heavyweight championship? Do you honestly believe you can trust this jerk? There's no chance. Why don't you think, hey, just about talking to you? If this guy is going to be hitting you in the head, how do you figure you can trust him? For crying out loud, look at the jerks who have signs for him. Do you want to be on their side? Pay attention. There's no reason why we can't beat you, because essentially it's a 3-on-1.
Are they trying to recruit Doug Williams?
Why don't you go and hit him with another trash can, dummy? Hit him with a trash can. Go ahead.
They're trying to point out the problems here. They're causing more dissension between Doug Williams and Ulf Herman. This is
Like
there needs to be
but this unlikely alliance is battling against Sticks and
I can't believe
Joey
they're actually teaming up for a double clothesline on Sticks. And here comes Joey Legend now.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on. This is double teaming.
Oh.
Could have been
There's a double clothesline there.
And Joey Legend rolls to the outside wisely.
As does Sticks, and now we see Ulf Herman and Doug Williams. Oh, Doug Williams with a baseball slide there.
Very nicely done by Doug the Anarchist Williams. I mean, come on, he's a moron though, all the same, because Ulf Herman eventually will betray him. He may hit him with a chair, he may hit him with a trash can. More likely, he'll probably just devour him in one go.
I disagree. Ulf Herman and Doug Williams were unfortunately a victim of circumstances, or victims of circumstances, because right now we're seeing great teamwork from this dream team of FWA superstars, the Anarchist Doug Williams and Ulf Herman.
Well, Ulf Herman's gonna whip Joey Legend out of the corner. He's using Doug. No, look at
that teamwork there. Great teamwork from Ulf Herman and Doug Williams. You know what? If these two,
isn't the referee gonna get someone to the outside?
Do you know, if these two were to stay on the same page, and they could always stay on the same page, we would have the greatest FWA tag team in history.
What, better than the family? Don't make me laugh.
Much better than the family, much better than the New Breed, much better than anything we've ever seen in the FWA before. Doug Williams and Ulf Herman, as we've seen right now, showing great tag team work there.
That's
they
not
go
fair.
back on Joey Legend.
Joey's got to use those later on. Ulf Herman now trying to go for a power slam, but Joey wants no part of it. Joey Legend fighting away, stiff punches, and there tags in the hot colour Sticks. Oh no.
And Ulf Herman back on this hat. This guy's huge. I mean, but I cannot get over the sheer size and mammoth gargantuan stature of Ulf Herman. This guy's near 7 foot, and that's width.
He's 7 foot wide?
No, he may be.
Listen, I know. Listen, you've been watching widescreen television far too much. I reckon he's about 7 foot going upwards, maybe 5 feet going wide.
That's up for debate. A huge leg drop there from Ulf Herman onto Sticks.
That will just hurt. That will put, I mean, a leg drop like that will make your jaw swell and potentially dislocate. And those European uppercuts aren't exactly going to help put the jaw back into place.
Neck snap there, shade to the late great Kurt Hennig. 2 count.
Yes, perfect execution.
Can you believe the great tag team work that we have seen from Ulf Herman and Doug Williams?
I was not seeing it at all, I have to say. And Joey Legend there, making the save for his team.
I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm 100% sure that the team of Sticks and Joey Legend did not count on Doug Williams and Ulf Herman being such an effective tag team.
And now, the native man from Canada, America is in, and he is wailing away on Doug the Anarchist Williams. Look at that! He's purely aggressive in that corner.
Canada, America?
Yeah, he's from Canada, America. Listen, just focus back on the match, will you? Joey Legend stalking the former FWA heavyweight champion. Oh, that sounds good. Former FWA heavyweight champion. I've waited 22 months to say
there was a lot of unfortunate circumstances. Look at this! What great teamwork there from Ulf Herman and Doug Williams. Ulf protecting Doug from that turnbuckle shot there. And Ulf Herman now, Doug Williams throwing back. Look at that! They tried the same thing, it didn't work. Well, Ulf Herman and Doug Williams, fantastic tag team wrestling here.
Well, Joey Legend and Doug Williams were battling to see who's going to whip the other into the corner. What is it with these two constantly? Oh, Sticks, you are one smart man.
Sticks through Doug Williams. I mean, he ran right through Doug Williams. It's another thing, I cannot get over the sheer power of Sticks. I saw him earlier today looking at the ring, making sure it was safe for Alex Shane to get into. He lifted up half the ring by himself.
Look at that.
Hailing from England.
You can see the looks of frustration on both Joey Legend and Styx now. Styx now showing a lack of respect. Doing it. Oh, Pullman!
Lack of respect. That's lack of respect for the rules, that is.
And Doug Williams with a side suplex now.
Well, Doug's going for the tag, but did you know Ulf isn't the brightest? He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Ulf isn't there to make the tag. Doug Williams has been left high and dry because Ulf is just too busy stomping away at Styx when he should be concentrating on the match.
And the big effing German just lost his big effing temper. Did you see that? He was down attacking Styx. He couldn't control it. Doug Williams was there ready for the tag. Joey Legend has now brought Doug Williams, he's just like a limpless, lifeless body there.
Well, it will be lifeless soon when Joey hits whatever he wants to hit.
Doug Williams.
Oh, that's it. That's the lifeless corpse, a shell. That's what we were talking about.
That wasn't a normal. Oh, come on. Oh,
beautiful.
I don't know who that was an homage to, but two. Not necessarily say it.
That was a real exclamation mark, that elbow.
That really was. That was just an insult to injury there. Did you see the interesting spine still? Like he hooked under the head as well to drive extra force. And Doug Williams is showing why he is a former two-time FWA British Heavyweight Champion.
What you
roaring elbow!
What you mean?
Knockout shots!
You mean he's having the 7 shades of you-know-what being out of him? That's why he's a 2-time FWA Heavyweight title, because he lost it twice.
The referee now with Elf Herman as Doug Williams having the life choked out of him. Oh, Mike Bishop doing everything he can to restrain the mad 7-foot German.
Matt, I'm glad you agree, and I think you'll find laws in this country protecting other employees from mad people.
He is mad, and Alex Shane knew this. That's why Alex Shane had a clause in Ultimate's contract to state that when he came back. Oh, nice elbow shot there, floors Joey Legend. Can he make the tag? Can he make? No. Ulf Herman cuts him off again. That's why Alex Shane had a clause in the contract of Ulf Herman that said that when he came back, he could put him in any match that he liked. And that's why he put him in this tag team match with Doug Williams as a diversionary tactic to cause the two more friction between them so that they wouldn't go after Alex Shane.
Well, Alex is doing what's right for the company as he's always... Oh! Holy Super Mario Brothers!
The last time we saw that in Morecambe. And that was when Alex Shane's security enforcer, his special enforcer, vicious punt kick there.
He's trying to split his head open like a cantaloupe.
But still, Doug Williams kicks out.
He's arguing with the ref, and I agree. I say it was free. So he's going for that big kick to the head one more time, setting him up. 2 boosts to the head. Joey Legend is signaling that it could be over.
Most of this match, they have
spent
another 2 count there. They have spent the majority of this match focusing on the head of Doug Williams. And here it comes again, another one. This would be it. He caught it. Spinning. Clothesline. Lariat even. Took him down to the mat. That was some velocity. Nick, you've gone silent.
Well, of course I've gone silent. I'm not very happy with what I'm seeing right now. Doug Williams. He's hit 1 knee. 2 knee. Oh no, he's not going for the bomb scare knee drop.
He's going for the bomb scare Styx.
Styx
come
with
on.
the Greco-Roman.
That's got to be a yellow card offence. Come on, it's got to be a yellow card offence.
I don't think the ref's sorry, you know. Either that or the ref's getting nice and lenient, just like how we like it.
Joey Legend now going to the top, and there's Ulf Herman. Turnabout, fair play.
So where's Ulf's yellow card then?
Didn't see Styx get one. Not going to see Ulf Herman get one.
Okay, you can't say that Styx should have one, and then Ulf shouldn't. You are so biased. Look at you.
Look, well, I'm looking at the match right now instead of looking at me, and I'm telling you what, I'm seeing 4 men, and especially 1 man in particular, former Doug Williams, give it everything they got. 2 joint forearms, 2 joint kicks, knock both men to the mat. Absolutely. Both men now need to make the tag.
Well, now we're in a situation in the match. Whoever gets that tag most definitely will probably win the contest because they'll have the advantage. Oh no, come on! Ulf should not be allowed in an FWA ring. I've said this, I've always said this.
He's tearing dangerous. He's dangerous, man. He's such a dangerous man. He's actually held 16 different titles during his wrestling career. That's how dangerous he is.
from a British Uprising 2. And that was a sickening suplex. I am mortified.
Look at Joe Legend.
He's going to make you pay.
That wasn't any ordinary superplex. That was a superplex from a 7-foot German.
What's your point?
7 foot in the air on the second rope doing a suplex. That's what my point is.
That's dangerous, and that's why he shouldn't be allowed into the country.
Brian Tag.
Why can't he just go
double
where it belongs? And Doug Williams blindsiding his opponents because it's the only way he's going to win this contest.
Smart tag team wrestling 101. Into the corner goes Styx. Oh, here we go. Doug Williams, second rope. Oh!
Well, he misses
the headbutt.
Well, absolutely.
Now Legend
picking up pieces. No!
I can't believe he done a moonsault there. But oh dear Lord, someone's gonna die.
It's gonna be Joey Legend.
Oh! Joey Legend stopped himself from being just one big splat on the mat there. Oh, Styx going to the top. Sorry, the second rope misses. That leg drop. Can anybody hit anything?
Well, all 4 men are down, but Doug Williams,
Northern Lights, 1, 2. Oh, Legend there to make the save.
That might have been it, but Joey Legend was just too smart.
Oh!
And what a flatline
of immense proportions. That was a jumping flatliner. Oh, it's got Joe Legend. The powerbomb.
The powerbomb. It's a cover, but he kicks out.
No, he didn't kick out. He wouldn't have kicked out. It was Styx that made the save. That was over.
It was a kick out, admit it.
Look at the strength.
Styx with a Styx spine buster, taking Ulf out of his booties.
He picked up the near 7-foot, over 300-pounder Ulf Herman and planted him into the mat.
And now he's going to do the same to Doug Williams. Nice forearm there, Styxy. Now take it home.
Styx charging into the corner, knocking the wind out of Doug Williams with that shoulder block. And again into the corner. Reversed it. The Revolution DDT stopped in its track. Too much power. Legend with a dragon suplex.
Absolutely beautiful. Ulf doesn't see the pinfall attempt.
But Ulf there turning his attention to Styx. Doug Williams kicked out of that vicious full Nelson dragon suplex. I can't see what's going on. Doug's still out. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, Ulf doing only what he knows best. Oh no, this is how Ulf Herman actually got Styx out of the FWA in the first place many moons ago.
And he's looking like history will repeat itself while Joey Legend has a chair. The referee is with Ulf Herman. No! Oh!
What is Ulf doing? Illegal use of the steel chair by Ulf Herman there.
No, he was countering the fact that Joey Legend brought it in.
Hey, all I know is Joey Legend felt the sting of that steel chair because of Ulf Herman.
From right wing there came Styx taking out Ulf Herman. Ulf Herman now on the outside of the ring. This leaves Doug Williams prone to a Styx attack.
He whips him into the corner. Doug Williams with who's going to the Revolution, but no!
It's the Chaos Theory! The Chaos Theory!
He cannot hit this! Oh!
Joey Legend with a chair!
That was a beautiful reversal. Now Joey Legend is picking up the pieces.
Oh, that jumping flatliner again! The Legend Crusher 2, 3,
and that is it.
Chair.
Like I said, how the mighty have fallen. Ulf Herman and Doug Williams have lost this mere exhibition contest, and with such a devastating
no!
Oh, come on! Sour grapes, I say.
Don't leave a chair in the ring. Oh, wait a minute. Did he not?
Well, Doug Williams obviously thinks it was Ulf Herman who hit him with the chair.
Doug thinks Ulf hit him with a chair. No!
This could be the very beginning of the end right here.
Someone show footage. It was not. We need to try and keep these two strong.
Now it's obvious to see after that match that Ulf Herman and Doug Williams are no closer to a resolution of their problems. In fact, if anything, they're about this far away from all-out war. But one thing both these men have in common is the fact that they both want to be the FWA British Heavyweight Champion. And of course, they're going to have to go after the newly crowned British Heavyweight Champion, the show stealer, Alex Shane. Now, shortly, we are going to hear the first public address from the new champion right here on FWA TV. Don't go anywhere.
You know, there's an old saying that goes, do not go where the path leads. Go where there is no path and leave a trail. You see, for the last 25 years, everywhere Alex Shane has gone, he's not gone where the path has led. He's gone where there is no path and he's left a trail. You see, the Saturday night TalkSport Wrestling radio show, revival, getting British wrestling back on national TV, starting the drive to make the FWA the biggest wrestling company in Europe. There was no path before the show stealer started along that trail, and now everybody else can follow and bask in the glory that I have created. Well, the fact is that every path that I stepped along before was left for somebody else to follow. But I never did it for myself, I did it for everybody else. Well, you know what, at the start of 2004, I did a little New Year's address and I said that this would be the year that Alex Shane put FWA heavyweight gold around his waist one more time. Well, how apt it is, because you see, I'm a man of my word, and on Saturday, November the 13th, at the Coventry Skydome, a British Uprising 3, I beat the man that I was told I would not beat. The anarchist Doug Williams, the man that held that belt for over a year, defending in Japan, America and all across Europe. Well, Doug Williams, I proved you wrong, I proved the critics wrong, I proved everybody wrong, and I proved that the show stealer Alex Shane is here to stay in the FWA, managing director or not. Well, you see, Doug Williams, while you piss and moan and whinge and cry about getting a shot for this belt back, I'm walking around holding it and taking on all comers. The fact is, Doug Williams, that I now have the thing that was taken away from me when I was fired as a managing director of the FWA, and that, my friend, is power. Well, the power's back where it belongs, with me. And there's two things you can do about it, and I think you know what that is. Well, you see, the next thing I have to deal with is the near 7-foot German Ulf Hermann. You see, Ulf, I'd forgotten about you just like the fans had over a year ago. But like all people with a big chip on their shoulder, you saw the success that I was getting on my own, proving that I carried you all those years as a tag team partner. And you've come back for a little piece of the action, a little bit of redemption, a little bit of retribution, a little bit of fame, more like. You want to use me, piggyback off me to make yourself a star again. Well, son, they've forgotten about you, they don't care about you, you are a nobody. And the fact is, because you're a nobody, because you've beaten nobody, you will never get a shot at this, which means you will never get a shot at me. So you've got two options. You can book a cheap air ticket to fly yourself back over to Germany and stay there, or you can use your little association with Flash Barker that obviously got you backstage at British Uprising in the first place, and you can focus your attention on somebody else. And that person is Doug Williams. You see, Doug Williams, if I was you, I'd be so angry, because even though I knew I could have beaten you on my own, it was a little bit easier thanks to the bumbling assistance of Ulf Hermann. The man cost you this. Just think, you've defended this everywhere. It was the thing that made you the British Heavyweight Championship, and one man cost you all of that. If I was you, I'd be kind of angry. And Ulf Hermann, you see, Ulf, you know, if I was you, I'd be walking around the brawler, the big monster, knowing that someone like Doug Williams, he doesn't respect you. He doesn't even like you. He doesn't think you deserve to be a wrestler, because to you and to me, we can see your appeal. Okay, but to Doug Williams, he sees you as a talentless brawler that doesn't deserve to be in the same ring as him. So how angry must that make him that you cost him this? I mean, you two have got a massive feud going on, and then you can't even see it. You are the two polar opposites. In fact, I forget all about me because I've got bigger fish to fry. You see, this year is going to be a great year for Alex Shane and the FWA. I will take it to heights that the fans have only ever dreamed of. I said it before, and I did it. And I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to do it again, because Alex Shane is a man of his word. If you don't believe that, it's obvious to me that you must need a checkup from the neck up, because Doug and Ulf, you two, are not on my itinerary for this year. What is any challenger from any promotion, from any country, from any planet that wants to get his hands on this, because Alex Shane, the show stealer, has proven once and for all that he is here to stay. The gold will be around my waist for a very long time, and there are two things you can do about it. Let's get down on your knees and howl the new FWA Heavyweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to tune in to FWA TV next week, when we'll see James Ty taking on Aviv Mayan. Now, this match has a very, very complex history to it. 2004 was a breakout year for Aviv Mayan, when he scored victories over his and James Ty's trainer, Mark Sloan, and the newly crowned FWA Heavyweight Champion, Alex Shane, not once, but twice.
And here we go, he's setting him up. Steve Corino just hit Alex Shane. Steve Corino just hit Alex Shane with a chair. Whoa, no, what's it? An XPW title match, just a regular match. So Alex Shane, go on, Dusty. You little Jack Xavier tried to get involved, but Alex Alex Shane is still standing tall, and now referee Steve Linsky and Mike Bishop. Tony!
Aviv Mayan put in a lot of hard work in 2004. He started at the bottom of the mountain and made his way right up to the top. Now on the other hand, James Ty, well, he started at the top of the mountain. He was the #1 contender. But his first match of 2004 was against his now ally 5-star Mark Belton. And in that match, what does he do? He loses the #1 contendership to then champion title, the anarchist Doug Williams.
Your logic, Tony, if you can hit the one German suplex, why not go for the second? And then, why not go for the third? And there's that hat trick. But wait, 5-star's got the pinfall. No, he's done it! He did it!
Now, some would say this shock victory sent James Ty a little bit over the edge. James Ty started on a downward spiral from that point on, with a loss to CM Punk.
Crusher, James Ty is on Dream Street. Shining Wizard! He's hit it! Shining Wizard you were talking about. 2, 3, and he's got it! CM Punk's done it!
Then a loss to Sanjay Dutt.
Dutt onto the top rope now as he goes in.
Oh my lord!
Nicky's unit! Dragon Run!
2, 3!
Dutt's done it! Dutt's done it! His first match in the FWA.
And then, low-key, made him pass out.
Securely on. There is nowhere for James Ty to go. The referee is checking on it, making sure it's not a chokehold. The referee's ringing the bell. James Ty is out, Nick. James Ty is out. James Ty has suffered another loss, this time at the hands of Low-Ki.
Just when it would seem that James Ty could no longer win a match in the FWA, he pins Johnny Storm in a loser must leave the FWA match.
Johnny Storm with being the most intelligent person in the world, but this is just downright stupid. 2, 3, He's just done it. He's used Johnny's own cocky arrogance against him. Bye, Johnny Storm.
Now, James Ty knew that if he could get just one more victory, it would silence his peers and it would silence his critics. I mean, everyone knew pressure was building around James, but no one knew quite how badly until the match he had with the phenomenal AJ Styles.
If the referee can get in the ring, I tell you this now, AJ could have this. Oh, hang on a minute.
James Ty is down, but AJ Styles has picked up that chair.
What's good for the goose, I guess, is good for the gander, Tony.
As AJ Styles now begging James Ty to get up. But Nick,
well, the referee's away, and he's called the bell.
What's the referee thinking?
Well, hang on a second, we'll find out.
James Ty the chair. Therefore, James the winner by disqualification on AJ Styles. I didn't use the chair. The referee has disqualified AJ Styles.
What was it mean?
Therefore, the winner.
This is ludicrous. Referee Stevens is saying he heard the chair shot.
After his controversial victory over the phenomenal AJ Styles, it would appear that we were about to see a pronounced vicious streak in James Ty, preferring now to make all of his opponents tap out, as we saw with Ross Jordan and Spud.
The winner of the match, James Ty.
Just after knocking the back of his head, and that's it. Spud had better pray, or he cannot tap.
He cannot, hang on, Nick. I just cannot see how he can do it. This is the 4th time James Ty has had this move on him. Surely he should have tapped out by now. It goes to show the heart and the desire of Spud, but it's too much, Nick. Spud has tapped.
Now, one thing's for sure, James Ty seems intent on making the Welsh Dragon tap out. But if there's one thing we all know, it's that Aviv Mayan will not go down without a fight. Be sure to tune in next week to see Aviv Mayan taking on James Ty. Well, there you have it. Thanks for tuning in to the season premiere of FWA TV. I've been your host, Tony Giles, and we'll see you next week.
Hi, I'm Phil Flesh Barker, and it's my pleasure to announce the first ever FWA Gold Rush Over the Top Battle Royal, where the winner will be receiving a title shot against the British Heavyweight Champion. So stay tuned to the FWA TV for further information.
FWA.